Hi guys, it's John from Pan Intelligence here, and today's video is all about maps, how to build them. So you can see on screen, here's an example of a map. Everyone loves maps. How do you build them in the dashboard? Well, they're very easy actually. There's a little bit of setup required behind the scenes in terms of the data. Once you've got that in shape, I'll cover that in a second. Building a map itself is very straightforward. So you can see here's a map that we've got. It's focused on the east coast of Yorkshire. The size of these circles is determined by the measure, so like the height of the bar or the size of the pie slice. It's the same thing here. The size of the circle is the measure that we're plotting. And you can use the plus and minus to zoom in and out right down to the street level if you wish. So how do you build one of these things? Well, I'll show you an example of the one that we've got here. So I'll edit this chart, and it consists of two bits of information. The first bit is the customer location. That just happens to be what we've called it in this example, but that needs to consist of the latitude, the longitude, and a label. You see, if I hover over this, I get the postcode, look, of the point you are trying to plot. So if you don't have that available, we've got some spreadsheets that might help you. It's UK only at this point, but it provides the latitude and longitude of UK postcodes. You'd incorporate that into your own data in some way, and then join it all together and you'd have access to it. So you can see we've already done that. We've got the customer location here, the latitude and longitude and that data point, and then the size of the circle is determined by the measure. In this case, we're measuring the sales value. And if we hit save, we get all the points. So every point it finds, every sale we've done, or every customer we've ever dealt with, it's measuring the value of that sale and where that person lives. That's all grey at the minute. If we want to change that, we can pick out bits of data if we're interested by using the Colours tab. So on the Colours tab, we've got two options available to us. We can either use the customer's location to determine the colour of the circle. We don't want to do that because that would give us hundreds of possible options, or we can use the size of the circle itself to determine the measure. This is a little bit easier because we can use a range to say if it goes over this value, color the circle in this particular color. So you can see here, what are the values? 16,000. So I'm going to create a rule based on sales value. So I'm going to add the plus, and I'm going to say when the sales value is greater than 16,000, I want you to go this shade of blue. Oh, a lot of them are over 16,000, but you can see here we've got mixtures of grey and blue, and that's how we start to pick out the data. And I'm just going to save this one and we'll be back to the other side. There we go, there's our chart. We do have a variant on maps as well. Rather than plotting the individual data points, we can create a heat map which will blend together the values. Go into charts. Let me go down here. Look, we've got heat map. Then we click on heat map. Same thing, and now you can see this shows you which areas we deal with the most. Big blotches, red means intense, when a lot of things are in there, and as it fades away to blue, that's less intense. So you can see we do a lot of things in York, heavily over there, the north of Hull, and somewhere a bit closer to home here, over towards Leeds way, just east of York. So that's how you create a map and a heat map in the dashboard.